Alright, folks, I think I'm live. I believe I'm live. I'll wait for some of you guys to kind of fill in here before we begin. Stream looks good. Settings look good. Just testing some of this stuff. Alright. Hey, what's up, Darth? Man, here, Firefox is lagging behind or something. It's been acting weird. I don't know if it's my custom DWM config or what's going on, but it's like some of the HD, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let me show you what I've done with my keyboard, and this is it's ridiculous, okay? And I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because I've essentially turned this 70. You got your Neovim open? Well, good. That's good. I have not only have I switched to, so for anyone that hasn't been in Matt's Discord or anything like that, I've switched over my keyboard layout to Comac DH. Okay, I've been running Comac DH primarily now for what, 3 or 4 days. All right, that's going pretty well. Not only have I done that, but I have switched my 72 key Moonlander. I have turned this keyboard into a 5-layer. That's 5-layer 43 keys. 43 keys. And let me tell you that in this stream, I'm going to make some mistakes, all right? I'm telling you right now, this is not going to be, this is going to be a struggle a little bit. I know where most of my key bindings are. I have been playing around with it, but just understand that if you guys see me struggle, that's the reason. I'm trying to learn something new. Again, I don't know if exactly I'm going to keep it, but so far it's kind of cool. There are some things. Yeah, 5 layers. So you guys see this thing. It's ridiculous. Let me switch over to my work layer. Okay, now. All right. Now come over here, and I believe it's on 3. So this is this is my new layout on my keyboard, and it's wild and crazy. So every time you see one of these, that means that I'm missing a key, and I physically just use IDE. I don't want to use an IDE. I'd rather use Neovim. You can turn Neovim into an IDE. But this is kind of what I did. All right. So physically, I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Physically, I have taken my keys off my keyboard. Just so I can kind of learn a little bit. So it's pretty basic stuff. All right, I have a couple of different layers. And then my gaming layer will always be QWERTY just because I still need QWERTY for certain games right now. But I have like a system layer, navigation. And then this is all like my symbols and crap like that, and my number keys. So just understand that I will struggle a tad bit on here. All right. So the first thing that we need to do, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is my first time ever creating a custom Neovim config. I do have I'm not gonna say it's a guide, but I have kind of pulled up some information on how to do this, just so I don't bore you guys to death, and we can actually get something accomplished. So I think the first thing that I need to do is we need to remove our existing Neovim config, just so I don't, because I was using NV chat before, so I'm already struggling with the keyboard, guys. I do apologize, but this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. I don't even know. You know what? It's not it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. All right, so I have this thing pulled up. All right, I have this. It's my one-shot layers that's been killing me. So my one-shot layer, I will have to check this from time to time just to make sure that I have my symbol set up. Aha. Are you a programmer or no? If you're going to write production-oriented code, you... If I cannot see your full message because the pen... I am not a programmer by trade. And it depends on what kind of code you write, because there are several programmers that just primarily use Vim. It matters with your company. Now, if you work at a company that primarily does Microsoft-oriented stuff, then of course you're going to use VS Code or Visual Studios. But if you are someone like me who's just a nerd, or someone else that does independent writing or something like that, or works from home, you can use whatever IDE you want to, or Neovim, Emacs. I know a couple people use Emacs to write code, so it's not it's not like one thing is it, right? Like, you can do it however you want. All right, let's check the let me check this. Good God, I cannot type, man. All right, Neovim is, you can write any code with VI. Yeah, you're probably gonna missing stuff, but it's still really good. The basic VI motions are more powerful than anything out there. And what do you mean you will not have enough Vim or Neovim? Like, what's that mean? Like, you won't have enough? I don't. I just don't. I don't understand that. I don't understand. What's that mean? Like, won't have enough what? Won't have enough, won't have enough stuff going on in your editor? Yeah, you know how many add-ons there are for Vim or Neovim? It's endless. It's ridiculous. Like, there's more stuff going on with Neovim than there is probably VS Code, or just the same, But that's funny. I don't know what you mean. Alright, so first we're going to create the Neovim config, or Neovim directory here. I am going to be using LazyGit. I've never used LazyGit before, so this is going to be something kind of new. Alright, and then... Alright, let me get out my... I don't know exactly how the directory structure is supposed to be. I know we need one default init.lua script, but compared to a full-fledged IDE like Kdevelop, writing code in VI will be... How? Dude, and you can have an LSP server running, King. Or Kang, however you pronounce it. You can have a full LSP. A full-blown LSP that gives you every single thing that every editor does. Every editor. You can have your little IntelliSense pop-ups. You can have, you can have code completions. You can do anything in Neovim or Vim or whatever that you can in any of these big IDEs out there. I just don't see your logic. Now, will it be a little harder because you don't have a graphical user interface? Sure. If you're saying that, then absolutely. But if you're saying that you cannot write good code in Neovim or Vim or whatever, or even compared to a full-blown IDE, that's dumb to me. I don't understand. It's going to be a little bit harder. Sure, it will. But you can do a lot of stuff in Neovim. Once you get LSP going, it is a full-blown IDE, which is kind of cool. So let's touch a init file. In fact, in Emacs, you can also have an LSP going. All right, so I guess the way that we do this now, so we have a default init.lua file, right? This init.lua file, the way I understand it, it connects all the other like Lua files that we're gonna have. So the next thing that we need to do is we actually need to make a directory called Lua. And then this is where we're going to house all of our like plugins and stuff like that. And Lua. And then you can do this a couple of different ways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make another directory. I'm going to just call it my name. If you're following along, call it something. Call it something that you'll know. I'm just going to call it LTG for the YouTube channel here. And then I believe we need another directory called... Anytime I use, you can replace, blah, blah, blah. I think you can make another directory called core. And then some of this stuff will be where our core kind of config stuff lives. Oh my god. This keybind setup is it's killing my productivity. Killing it. But I'm determined to learn this and everything, so I'm gonna do it. And then we also need another directory, it looks like, and we call this plugins. And then this is where the plugins .lua files will actually live once we get those kind of going here. All right. And then we need. I'm pretty sure. LTG Lua. Like I said, I am very new to doing this, but we can do touch and then lazy. All right, and then this is the lazy.lua file that we will kind of create, and then this is the one that will actually house the lazy package manager for us, and that's kind of the first thing that we're going to get set up. I'm not really going to not going to get up anything else. Open up blah blah blah. All right, so all right, so now we need to make like, so we had that. Okay, now we make a, I believe we make like a options Lua file, and we also make a key maps Lua file, and that will be like key maps, options, just anything that we want the Neovim to understand, right? And I believe these are the ones that's not confined to. Yeah, I'll be here, man. These are the ones that's not combined to Neovim. Like it's not confined to plugins. It'll be confined to like Neovim itself, right? So we can make another. We can touch another thing. This thing that I'm reading right now on my other monitor, it's a little different than how we're doing it, but I'm pretty sure we can still do it like this. All right, so we can do options. We can open that up, and then oh man, this is going to be a task too, because I do not have my other custom keybinds set up for Neovim, because I have a custom keyboard setup. So this is going to be a task, but we'll get through it. But pretty much we want to do require, and then we want to do make one of those, and then we're going to. I need to add my parenthesis right here. Okay, and then we just say YouTube have limit on messages. So I'm not exactly doing a it is a custom, like it's from scratch, but I do have I have something pulled up on my other monitor that you guys can't see. All right, I've never done this before. I've never wrote one. I don't know Lua. All right, I suck at Lua. But I thought this would be a fun stream just to kind of show that you can get it working and stuff. So it shouldn't be too hard. I hope that answers your question, but it's just going to be a little bit slower than what I would like, simply because I'm using a new keyboard layout. So I switched. I don't know if you was here earlier, but I switched from QWERTY, the standard keyboard layout, to Comac DH about 3 days ago, and my typing speed sucks. Oh yeah. It's not about typing speed. It's about spending a lot of time instead of actually writing code. I've been No, I will agree with that, King or Kang. I will agree that people do get caught up in. No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're good. What made me decide to switch Zero is that a and you guys can do research on this if you guys want to. QWERTY is not a good keyboard layout. It's not. It's painful on your wrist. There's a lot of problems with QWERTY. There's a lot of studies that shows that QWERTY is not good. It's not a good keyboard layout. The only reason QWERTY even exists now is simply because in the old days they had to do a staggered column layout on typewriters. Okay, we don't use typewriters anymore. So there's more ergonomical layouts out there like Dvorak, Comac DH, and all these different ones. Workman, I think, is one. There's even a Rust one. And supposedly, I don't know, it's better long term on your wrist, and it's better long term on just overall finger health and all of that stuff. It's more ergonomic. And since I went ahead and switched to a split keyboard. So I'm just, I'm trying to think about the future because I'm almost 40, and I can tell you I've been using a computer for a long time, probably almost 20 years, and my hands, I feel it, right? Like I do feel it a little bit in my hands. So I'm just trying to think about the next 20 years. Like I don't want to be 60 and have my hands like this. Like I don't want to be like that. So it's either start thinking about it now or pay the price later. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question. And Kang, yes, I totally agree. Most people do. Instead of actual write code, they just worry about plugins. I agree. I totally agree. All I was saying is that you can make Neovim. This is not right, Chris. Come on, type. You can make Neovim, just like any other IDE. Oh my god. And if I blah blah blah. Oh my god. Is the base is the options.lua the first file? No, it is not. So we've kind of made like this tree kind of directory type of thing. So I can remember all my keybinds here. I'll show you. And I put that file, like I said, I am following something. So actually, that's wrong what I just put on screen there, but I will fix that. So this is the tree. I'll just show you guys the tree. Don't I have tree installed? I don't have tree installed. All right, that's fine. It's whatever. So pretty much you have a main init.lua file, then you have a Lua directory, right? And in this directory, you have a name. Now this name cannot be Lua, and you want to have a unique name. I just put LTG as in my name here on YouTube, okay? And then you can have excuse me, you can have configuration, like a configuration, another directory for configuration, and then you want to have a plugins folder as well. Your plugins folder will be where all your .lua plugins will kind of live, if that makes sense. So if we go, if I go in here, then you can see I got my options.lua file, right? And then I don't have anything in my plugins. Because we don't have any plugins. We don't have any plugins yet. So that's kind of the directory structure. And the lazy.lua, that's the actual that's the actual like plugin manager. So what I need to actually do is that line of code that I just posted right there. I need to copy this. I need to copy that, and I need to put it. See, what's kind of a pain in the ass right now is the fact that I have this thing going on, and I don't know. Okay. E. Oh my god. I am struggling, guys. I do apologize about this, but I should have thought about this a little bit more, I guess. See, I have this layer. Okay, there it is. I was about to say, I have this layer. Oh yeah. So if you wasn't here earlier, pretty much, not only am I running, am I running this weird keyboard and everything, and Comac and all this stuff, but I also got 5 different layers. I turned a 72 key keyboard into 43. So that's also some of the struggle here initially. So this file right here, this is the file. Okay, this is the file that should have that require statement in there, and pretty much what it's saying is we are going to require. Okay, we are requiring the options, right? Because the way that it's reading is we put all the options in the options file, right? And then what we do is it's dot, yeah, it's dot. So we put all the options in the options file, right? And then we put all the plugins in the plugins file, right? And then we have this main.lua file, and this main.lua file will read all of that stuff, right? That information. So that's the general thought behind doing something like this. Now, if you don't, if you do it right, which I should be doing it right, then it works, and it looks good and all that stuff. But of course, this is going to be like I said. So require LTG core.options. That looks good. Okay, so I can right and quit that. Well, I'm going to right and quit that. Oh my god. All right, right and quit that. And then, and then in the options file, Okay, what we had earlier. Yeah, I don't want this. We don't need the option stuff. So this file pretty much, this is the file that should have all of our options, right? So we're gonna have some options in here like we can do like relative line numbers and stuff like that. So one cool thing is that we can do like local we can do like local opt. Okay. Is it, yeah, that one. Okay. Local opt, and then we can say vim dot opt, right? All right. Now we just call. So local, what local does is it makes a local variable. It's like saying int a or int c in C, Python, whatever, it's just making a variable. So, and we're giving that variable, we're giving it the Vim options. So now we can do like, like opt, relative line number. It's just relative number in it. And we say this. Oh my God. Did I not? I hit it a minute ago and I hit it perfect and I can't find it again. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be keeping this. I just don't. It's confusing, man. It is confusing. I think I'm just gonna have to get used to it or something. But and then we can do like, I don't know. We'll do opt dot dot number here. And nope. All right, that looks okay to me. Like, if I can just get this working right now, then that's okay for options. Just right now. Got a hotkey. You know what? Actually, did I set up a hotkey? Let me look. Let me look. Yeah, I may have to set one up. I have one to go back to my Comac layer. I'm looking. One shot. That's my sys layer. Let's see if I have something. That's base. That's navigation. Do I not have anything? I did not set anything up to go to my gaming layer yet. Ouch. Ouch. That's all right. I mean, I'm getting it. All right, I'm getting it. It's not the keybind. It's the layers. That's what's throwing me off. It's the layering. It's not the actual like Comac DH. But anyway, we can. So let me write this and quit, right? And now, if we did this right, what's going to happen is we're going to have relative line numbers when we open this file back up. Detected while processing, blah, 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 LTG. What? Options not found. Did I put that in the wrong? I wonder if I put that in the wrong directory here. Because that's options OF. That's Lua LTG config. All right. I will fix this. This is the you know, this is what we do, right? We have to fix the screw ups when we don't do it right. See, error detecting while processing. LTG core options. Core options. Okay. I think I know what I did. So what I pretty much did is it's not in there. What the hell? All right. LTG, Lua. All right. Config. Did I have a core? Oh, you know what I did? Okay, I know what I did. It's okay. It's all right. I can fix this. I think instead of core, I made it config, but it's whatever. We can rename it. So config, and now that should work. Yeah, LTG config.options. And because there's the options file right here. And you can see it's npm lua LTG config. So LTG config.options. That's kind of my fault. Now let's fire it up. Boom. Relative line numbers. Hey, I got something working. I don't care. I got something working. So yeah. So the thing I'm looking at on my other monitor that you guys can't see had it core, but for some reason in my head it was config, and I got the two mixed up. But it's all right. I can call it config. It doesn't matter what you call it. That's the kind of the beauty of doing something like this. The only reason the directory structure is set up like this is to kind of keep everything keep everything concise, right? Like you have your options, you have your key maps, you have all this stuff, you have your plugins directory. It doesn't matter where it lives. It just has to live. Everything has to live after Lua and after your whatever name that you give it, right? So it has to live in Lua. For me, Lua LTG. We don't have to make these directories if we don't want to. I'm doing it because I want to kind of keep everything nice and neat, but we don't have to actually use them. So that's one of the things. Now there are a ton, and I mean a crap ton of options. I'm probably not going to go over everything. In fact, I'm not going to go over. I really need to go through this. I use MB Chat too, and that works great. But when I want to add a new plugin, it's a struggle sometimes to get it to work. Oh, welcome back, Darth. What's up? Hey, we got something working. It only took me like 20 minutes, but I did get something working. But yeah, Zero, I was using MB Chad before I started the stream. And this is one reason I wanted to do something like this, is because, like you, I've been wanting to add plugins and really kind of understand like how Neovim kind of works, right? I understand Emacs. I wrote my own Emacs config. I understand it, but I've never understood exactly how to set up Neovim and properly set up Neovim, not use someone else's, configuration. So this is kind of cool because I think this thing will kind of teach me, like, hey, like, this is kind of how we do it. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. I mean, I could be wrong, but whatever. All right. So next thing is we need to no, actually I'm going to do it. I think I want to do a vertical split here. Yeah, same. Like, it is way harder just because I don't understand Lua. Like, at all. So another way we can do this. Okay, so we have this right here, right? And it says, hey, this is the options file that we're going to use. We'll use this options.lua. Another way we can do this is that we can make another file inside of our config called init. And then we can put our key maps and our options in that init, right? And then we point the file that we just wrote, we point that to the init, and it'll, like, the main init will read the config init, and the config init will read the options and the key maps, stuff like that. So that's another way that we can kind of do this. It kind of makes a little... It doesn't make much sense, but we can do something like this. And I know I could copy and paste, but seriously, I need the I need to work on my typing. That's one of the reasons too why I said at the very beginning of the stream that I'm gonna try not to copy and paste unless I really have to. But pretty much we're writing the same. We're just writing the same exact kind of code here. I think we're going to shorthand this, if I believe. We are. We're just going to say LTG, right? LTG, and then it is config, right? Because it lives in the config. That's another thing you have to kind of get used to, is with Lua, is these dots. These dots are not actually dots. These dots are directories. Is this a different init file? Yes. So what's going to happen is we're going to point this init file right here, the main init. This is the main init, the one on the left. This init will then read this init. This init will read our options, and it will read our key maps. I hope that makes a little sense. All right. So we just say config, and then we just say options, right? Oh my god. OPTIO. Oh, this is too this is comedy right here, guys. All right. But it should work. All right. Let me skip that. I'll write that out. And then this one over here. I think this one over here just needs to say config. Yeah. So this one over here just says config. I believe that's how it should read, according to this guide I'm reading. Okay, so if everything works the way that it's supposed to, I can quit it out. I can NVM back in, right? And we should get relative line numbers. Boom. So that's kind of how it works. Now, on this one right here, on this this init right here, this is our second. We'll call this the minor init, right? This is the configuration init, not the main one. On this one, we'll actually have a key maps file as well. So that's where you do all your key maps and everything. And then we put the key maps Lua file. We have everything pointed in the right-hand side init file. And we don't need to mess with the left-hand side init file because it automatically reads the right. It's sort of like some kind of like, it's like inheritance, right? In any other language. That's kind of how I understand it. Like you're inheriting everything from something else. Don't quote me, but I think you do have to call the, you do have to have a init, yes. Like I said, don't quote me on it, but I think, yeah, I think you do. So now what we can do as well, right? Because we don't need this main init file right here, right? I can just close it. Not going to get rid of that window because I do want to keep it open. But, and we want to close. I want to close this one as well. Okay. And then, so we have the init, we have the options. Okay. And now we want to touch. Remember I said that we're going to do key maps. Okay. And so this is where, we're going to set up a couple, key maps. So, key maps. Oh my god. Okay. And now we have that key maps file. Well, what we want to do is we want at this other init file, we want it to read the key maps file as well, right? Because we're going to set up key maps. So, let's go ahead and NVM into that. So okay, and then I am just going to yank or yank, and then I will paste. No, I won't. Paste. No. Oh, yank. What? And then paste. Oh my god. Doesn't matter. I still got it. All right. Might have to use the mouse a little bit, but it ain't that big of a deal. Jesus, man, did I just screwed that all up, didn't I? Gee, I am messing up here, guys. All right, doesn't matter. we the second one's just gonna read. It's gonna read key maps. That's all it's gonna do. You know, when you're learning a new key map, a little mouse use is pretty. It is. It is. I don't like to use the mouse though. Like that's another reason why I want to try this. But I'm yeah. It's not so much the keys though. It's the layers. The layers is it's kind of what's doing it to me. But I think that's how I did spell the I did spell it. So we can do write and quit. All right. So we should have two requires inside of our minor init file in the configuration directory. Okay. And one of them is for options and one of them is for key map. Okay. And then if we in Vim back into key map now, we should not get any errors, and whatever we add should just automatically take effect. Module ltg config.keymap not found. Key maps. Okay. I know what I did. It's fun. It's fun. Key maps. So that, again, that's on me. I spelled it wrong. It's key maps, not key map. That's why it's kind of griping here. Yeah, whatever. Now it's not going great. Right, and quit that. And then if we go back to the actual key maps, we should be a-okay. Boom. So key maps, that's kind of how you set up your key maps. Now, what can we do with this key maps directory? I mean, with this file? Well, we can set up a leader key, right? How many of us have used, and this is me too, when I use Neovim, the spacebar is my leader key. When I use Emacs, the spacebar is my leader key, right? All these different things is kind of my leader key. We're going to set up Neovim the same exact way. Okay, and the way that we do this is vim.g.map leader equal, no, I had it a minute ago. There we go. I'm learning where that is. All right, map leader dot equal, and then what we're gonna do is say parenthesis, and then parenthesis, right? Because we're saying, hey, it's a space, right? So we're saying, hey, turn the Vim delete key to the space bar. And we can do some other stuff down here too. So we can do well, first we need to set up a local variable. So we can just call this key. It doesn't have to say key map or anything like that. They use key map on the thing I'm reading, but we're just going to say key because I kind of suck at typing right now, and I do want to have something working. And then we just say vim dot key map, right? And all we're doing is we're taking the key map. I don't know if it's a class or I guess it's a function. We're taking the key map function and we're giving it to this local variable called key. All right. So now the way that we use this is we just say key, and then we can do set, right? We can do set, and if we want to set a keybind, we can set a keybind. Like the default keybindings, yeah, or you can set up like you can set up any kind of keybindings, to be honest. Like I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I have to do. Well, do I have it the way? Because I had it set up. So the way that Comac DH is on my home row is not JKL and what's the other one? HJK and L. It's MNEI. I is insert mode, right? That's how you do insert mode here in Vim. Yeah. So so there's a couple of different things that we can do. Now I am going to set up like one. There's kind of a cool one that you can do, and I'll show you how to set up one. But this will probably be something that I have to reset up. I had it set up in NV chat. I just don't. I remember most of the code. I just don't remember all of it. But I will show you how to kind of set up one key map here. So we do a parenthesis, and then what we do is we say, hey, what kind of mode is this? So the first argument that we give this set function or variable, I don't know. I guess it might be a field. I don't know. But what argument do we give it? Well, we tell it what mode that we want, right? So the first is an I. And this is going to be for insert mode. And then what we do is we say, okay, while we're in insert mode, what do we want? Well, they have it set as J and K does escape. Now, I'm not going to do that because... Yeah. I'm going to do E and I. If you're following along and you are on QWERTY, yours would be J and K. All right? So what we're going to do is I'm saying, hey, this key.set, and when I hit I, or when I'm in insert mode, right? When we're in insert mode, and if I do I and J, or E and I, what do we want to happen? What function do we want it to happen? all right? Or what key do we want it to happen? Well, what we want is we want escape. Because how many of us hates hitting the escape key every 5 freaking seconds to get into normal mode or whatever, right? So the way we get around this, we just fucking again, if I can type, we can do escape, right? And we can also give us a description. I don't think we need a description, but I will show you how to set up a description. Okay, so okay, and then this is I forgot what they call this. I think this is called a table here. When you have the curlies, I think that's what they call it. But we do description, and then we do equals, and then we do something name, right? So we can just say, hey, I'll say exit insert mode with EI. Something stupid. It doesn't matter. Right? And now we just close everything off. Boom. And that's how you make a keybind. Oh yeah, you like that? Yeah, when I first read that too, I was like, that's pretty slick. I like that. I do like that. But that's how you set up a keybind, and you can set up any keybind that you want to. This is the cool thing, is that every keybind that you set up, you can set up any kind of keybind. So if you want to remap anything, you can remap. If you, I don't know, if you have a plugin and you want a key map for your plugin or whatever, you can do it like that. Now, on our plugins, I may have a different file for like plugin key maps. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's a basic. It's just a basic kind of keybind. All right. So if we wrote everything, we won't get errors, right? And then we can try it out. All right. So I'm going to try it out here. So I'm going to get in insert mode. I don't want to actually. All right. We're going to try that right here. And then I'm going to just type. And then I'm going to hit E and I. Boom. Y'all see that? Yeah. Boom. Imagine the same thing applies for visual mode, so you don't have to do V instead of, for the first part, instead of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can set up a keybind. Just remember that the way this reads, and I'll put a thing, okay? So the way that it reads here is nope. The first element. Oh my god, I did it to myself. I hit that E and I. The first element is mode. Second is binding. Okay, so first element is mode. Second is binding. Or second is remap. Second is remap. I'm sorry. Second is remap. Third is binding. So that's the way this reads. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 0. You can do you could probably do all kinds of stuff like that. But that's kind of the way it reads, right? And now you don't have to you don't have to do this local variable right here. I think doing it like this though makes it well, it just makes it a lot nicer. But you don't have to have a local variable. All right. So if you wanted to do it another way, you could just type in. I'm pretty sure you could just do vim.keymap and then vim.keymap.set, right? That's just like a shorthand. I'm pretty sure you could do it like that. Anyway, we also did the key, the leader, the map leader, right? Which is the space bar. So if we hit space, well, space ain't gonna do nothing right now because we don't have anything. But we have remapped the leader here. And there's all kinds of key maps and all that stuff. Now here comes the fun part. We are going to set up, we're going to set up lazy. Yeah, set. Right, quit. Pretty sure key.set. Okay. All right, we're going to set up lazy. And the way we set up lazy, now, setting up lazy, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm copy and pasting because I don't know half of what this is. This is boilerplate. This is boilerplate code with lazy, so you can just go to their GitHub or whatever and copy and paste. So prepend lazy path. Okay, then configure lazy with the following. The only thing that we have to edit on this lazy config here is we do have to say require. You're going to notice this require a lot. That's what I've kind of noticed too. We're going to say require. We're going to say lazy. Dot. Dot setup. And what we're doing right here, we're actually just going to give it where our plugins are going to live, right? Where does our plugins going? where are they going to live? Well, for us, remember we made that plugins directory, right, earlier. So we're going to say LTG, right? And we're just going to say plugins. And this is telling Lazy, this is going to tell the Lazy package manager that, hey, read all of the the stuff in the plugins directory. Read all of those Lua files, because that's where the plugins configurations are going to live, right? That's all we're doing right here. And then one more thing with hey, what's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy? I'm definitely gonna have to go through this. The lazy lure from NV chat is nothing like the default. It is, yeah, right. All right. So we write and quit, right? It's not done. We're not done. We're not done with that. Okay. We do have to go back into the main init Lua file, and then we do have to tell the main init file that, hey, we do need lazy. So how we do it? Well, we just do require, right? We just say require. I can spell. Okay. And then we just point it to where it lives. And for us, it lives in LTG dot lazy. And I think that's it. I think that is it for that. Okay. Now, if we have to write and quit, and Vim, init, error detected while processing init.lua. No specs found for module ltg.plugins. Okay. It's okay. I'll fix that. I wonder if that's because it says no specs. I wonder if that's because we don't have any like plugins right now. You better type in lazy. No? Okay. So we have a legit error here. That's all right. So I have a plugins file. Yeah, I have a plugins file. I don't know why it is complaining. Error detected while processing. No specs found for module. The hell does that mean? Require lazy. Dot setup. LTG.plugins. I don't understand. Huh. I'm looking. I'm pretty sure this is on my end. I did something right. That looks right. How about this? How about I comment this out, right? How about I comment this out? And you're wondering if the directory, that's what I'm wondering. But according to like this little guide, not. All right. You know what? We're gonna check it. Right? And quit. We can go to plugins. We're gonna do another init. This is the third one, if you're keeping count. Okay. Whatever. I'm going to copy and paste this code. All it's doing is, all this stuff is doing is it's going to install preliminary and tmux navigator for Vim. That's all it's doing. Now this preliminary plugin, there's a lot of applications that require that, so I'm pretty sure that's why they kind of put it in this little init file. I'm not 100% sure, certain on that, but that's what I am. That's what I'm guessing here. Okay. Now, if we just open up Neovim, okay, that's what it was. The directory could not be empty. But there's lazy right there. And we can just do, we can do our capital I, right? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's clean those. Can I not? Okay, I just cleaned everything. That's because of the old stuff that was installed. But it's pretty much what we got. So we have lazy, we got preliminary, and we got Vim tmux navigator, which I'm gonna be real honest, I've never used, but you know, we'll see. All right, so that's kind of that's the initial process on the plugins. All right, but we're gonna do a lot more plugins. We're gonna do some plugins. I'm not doing no Tokyo Night plugin. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look up a color scheme super fast. That's the next thing. So we're gonna probably do the Capuchin color scheme. How about tree sitter? Yeah. I think we might set up tree sitter. We're gonna have to set up something. I'm just looking up color scheme super fast, and I want to see how to install it via lazy. So what we can do is we can just call this. We can call it. We can call it whatever, right? Whatever we want to call it, we can call it whatever. So we can just touch. Now, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to name this the actual name of it. Simply because if I want to change color schemes later, I don't want to have we don't want to have one color scheme file and then we have to change that later if we want to change color schemes, right? Like we want to just keep it a name. That way we can just like disable it if we want to change later on. So I'm gonna give it like a generic name. I'm just gonna call it like cat kappa. Can't never spell that damn name right. Can't say that name right, but cat poop. Capuchin. Is it Capuchin or is it Capuchin? Maybe one of you guys can help me. Alright. But we do that. Now that's in there. And now we inbound into that. Okay. So we're getting errors simply because it's reading the plugins directory and we don't have this file is empty. That's all that is. That's not a big deal. So apparently to install it via lazy, there are several different ways. The easiest way, I had to look it up. Capuchin? Okay. Alright. This is all the code that it takes to install this plugin. Like, that's it. There are some setup stuff that you can do. There's a whole list of stuff, right? We don't have to do it. I'm trying to see though with the required Tokyo database setup. I'm reading here, guys. 2 seconds. Okay. So there is some. Apparently, there is going to be a little bit set up, but that's all right. So we can just do require. That big require word again, right? require, and then the name of it, which we've done this before. Ah. Capuchin? Capuchin? uh then it's dot setup. And now we gotta just give it a couple properties here. But pretty much all I'm gonna do is give it so I can say flavor. If I understand this correctly. Oh, okay, okay. That's kind of cool. So we can do flavor, and then we can give this a give this a variable as well. One of the we can do mocha, right? Like mocha's cool. So I might just I'll do mocha here. And then we can also say, we can say background. Background equals. And then we can say, this is pretty much what background does is it's like if you want dark mode, then it'll be one thing. If you want light mode, it'll be something else. I'm gonna keep mine mocha. I don't care. So I'll just do background equals, and then we'll do that, and then we'll just give it another another list or whatever here, and then I'll just say, hey, if we're in dark, like I want dark always pretty much, and then we'll just say equals and then we'll just say mocha. But we could do light if we wanted to. We could do transparent. No, I'm not gonna make this transparent right now. I may later on. To be honest, I just want transparent background. I mean, I want to make sure this works. You know what I mean? Just because I've never, this is the first time ever doing one of these. Like I've never set any of this stuff up before. I am going on a, you know, I'm just reading a kind of a tutorial and trying to make it my own a little bit. So one of the things that I am understanding is even though you make it go burr before, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to looking at it. I like that. Yep. So one of the things that we do have to still do, even though we create this color scheme, is that we have to call this vim.command.color scheme function, or and we have to pass it what color scheme that we actually want, right? So again, we just pretty much write the color scheme that we're going to be using here, and parenthesis. Okay. Now, if I did everything correct, we should be able to restart Neovim, and Lazy will take over and install Cat Pachun. All right. So I'm going to cross my fingers on this one, because this is kind of the thing that I was kind of worried about. All right, we got error. It doesn't. So it's saying line 1, unexpected symbol. Okay, that's fine. What symbol? This is fine. I don't care about getting errors, because we can fix those, right? This is how we learn. All right. So it's saying what I don't understand. Saying line 1 is giving us errors. I copied and pasted that line. Line 1, it looks all right to me. Yeah, line 1 is totally fine. You know what I could do? I know this is a cop-out. I could pretty much just copy and paste the configuration. I could do that. I don't want to do that, because I want to know why the hell this is griping, even though I copied and pasted the lazy.neovim installation of this. I understand what this means. This is what the GitHub thing is, right? This is the GitHub name. This is what we're going to be calling it. So when we call it down here, this is the name of it. Priority equals 1,000. What this means is that 1,000 priority is like, this is going to load before anything else, right? Because Lazy has a way that you can like load plugins, and priority 1,000 means that, hey, this thing loads first. And then all we're doing is saying require the setup, right? Basic stuff right here. And then we're giving it a flavor. We got background. That's kind of it. I don't understand. And then right here, we're just calling the plugin right here. So let's see something. I still have to. I mean, cause we have to have this line. We have to have that line. There's no getting away from it. Okay. I hate doing that. I want to see if it's my. See, it's still saying. Unexpected symbol. What symbol? That's why I don't understand. What symbol? There is no symbol. There. Okay. All right. Let's reevaluate again. I like reading it like this anyway. Oh. Okay. I'm figuring out something here. I'm figuring out something. But where? This is goofy. Like, this is the usage. All right. I'm I'm gonna we'll figure this out. This is the usage. And then I guess we just pass it that. Okay. I don't think this is gonna work. No. It's still saying how about if we do something like this? Well, I'm going off the beaten path. Because it shouldn't be this damn hard to install a basic plugin. All right. So I'm gonna go. I go up, and I'm gonna say return. Are you missing a quote on line 3? You know what? I didn't see that. Let me try that. But before I didn't have, you know, I don't understand why it didn't still work when we earlier. You are right though. I was missing a quote. That's good. Good us. All right. Let's write it. I don't have any faith. Yeah, it's something. I want to see if lazy will even fire. No, it's gunking out, ain't it? LAZY. God, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. It's saying right here. So it's mad at this list. All right, so we can do return. And we'll do on the next line here. I think we did our brace. I'm looking at this guy that this dude did. Um, I'm kind of looking here. Ends that. Ends that. I mean, I could just kind of copy all of the config, I guess, on their site there. And I wonder if that would be it. I don't understand. I just don't understand how come this isn't. Expected to close on the curly brace. All right. I want to know where. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're going to. I'm deleting all of it. I hate doing that, but we need to. I gotta move on here a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Now it's probably just me not understanding how this works. I'll be real. Probably me, but I don't know what I don't know what happened. But if you want to know where I got the code, guess what? I got it on the Capuchin website. Now, supposedly this works. Supposedly it works. I don't know. But this will kind of, by copying it like this, this will kind of give us all the options, and then we can just go in and we could change, some of this stuff, So by doing it like this, yes, we are kind of just copy and pasting, but at the end of the day, we're just getting all the functions that And if this doesn't work, I'm going to be stack trays. Whoa, line 1, line 1, line 15. Yeah, that doesn't. I don't understand that. I mean, I copied directory directly from the website there. Maybe I gotta do that first. Okay, that's all right. I have a backup plan in case we can't get this to work right now. And does lazy work? Lazy is not seem to work. See, it's still saying unexpected symbol. Like, what does that mean? Error detected while processing. Let me see something. Not the empty space, is it? I don't think so. I mean, that doesn't. See, that's just returning that. I just don't understand the reason it's not like. Yeah, give me 2 seconds here. 2 seconds. I'm here. We get this going, or there's another color scheme I like. Someone said. Yeah, I don't understand the reason here for the color scheme stuff. I got another blog pulled up. I'm trying to see. Apparently, he might have done it. I think. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is one of those Hail Mary things, but yeah, I have to get something working. Unfortunately, I'll have to come back to that file, and when I do get it to work, then I can make a video on it or something like that. But I'll go with the there's a Tokyo Night color scheme. Not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite, but you know, it's something, and it looks better than the default right now. And I'm just going to give us a default color scheme name because I don't really care about it because I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm just going to be using it right now. Oh, nope, no. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work though. That does kind of aggravate me. One dark is my colors. Yeah, one dark's good. But you see, okay, so this is the Tokyo Tonight. This is the vlog that you see how he has his setup though. Like he has this return statement, right? He has the priority. The same thing. This is the same exact thing that was on the Capuchin website. The same exact thing. Except this config equal function call. And the reason he's doing that config.function call is because he's setting some default colors down here. That's it. That's the only reason. Did I have a return? I tried to set up one. I wasn't sure. Yeah. But on the website, it doesn't say do that. And also, see the way that he calls the color scheme here? How he does bim.command color scheme? It's a little different, right? And then he has this end down here. Like I don't know what end that means. So I mean, that's probably just me being, you know, new to how this stuff works, but see, and it clones fun. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, this color scheme actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty good. It looks better in the default. All right, but I don't get it. I don't know why. I don't know why this worked flawlessly. Try this config. That's funny. That's good. So, well, so here's the issue. We could try this config. We could. But the problem is, you see where he has local BG and then he has this code right here, this hex code. So what he is doing is he has the Tokyo Night color scheme, right? But he's actually changing it. So what he's doing is he's saying, hey, this background color is going to be this. This background dark color is going to be this. All right. So he sets up all these variables, right? And then what he's doing is he's loading the color scheme in, and then he's remapping the color scheme to fit these codes right here. Yeah. He's remapping it. So if I did want to use something like this, I think I would have to get rid of all of this, right? Like we get rid of all, we would have to get rid of all this. We would have to get rid of this config.equal function whatever call. which is not a big deal, but you know, I'll come back to this. I'll come back to it. But let's get Tree Sitter set up. All right. Let's figure out what time it is. All right, I'm gonna get one more plugin set up, and then I have to call it a night. I do have to work in the morning. All right, so we've been going for a couple hours here. I'll figure out. Do you want it? You want Tree Sitter? I do. We want Telescope first. I want to go with I'm gonna go with Telescope first before Tree Sitter. I think Telescope is much more kind of important. So, but basically we do it the same exact way, right? So we call it we say Telescope. Tree Sitter, you want Tree Sitter? All right. I'll do Tree Sitter. Oh, all right. We're doing Telescope then. Yeah, because Telescope is more important. All right. So the way we do this, we say we do NVim. All right, and then same exact way that we've been doing everything. We make a .lua file called Telescope, right? And now we write out this configuration file, pretty much. Okay, so we say, hey, we're going to return going to return, okay, and then I can hit my keybinds correctly. All right, and what are we going to return? Well, we're going to return the GitHub, all of the GitHub information, right? So this one is nvim /lua. Have I not been? Okay. /lua. No, /telescope. Yeah, /telescope. Sorry. You know what? I like this color scheme. I actually like this. It actually looks super super sharp. And then it's telescope. .nvim. All right. And then we close that parenthesis. Put a comma. Now on this one, we have to specify a branch. Okay. So with the branch, greenish background though, yeah. So the branch, so on some of these plugins, you have to specify a just like a branch would what branch the plugins came from. Okay, in this case, it's 0.1.x. Okay, and then we have something else called dependencies. All right, so what dependencies are when you're in Lua and in this Neovim is like certain plugins depend on other plugins to work, right? So we write out what plugins depend on Let me spell this right. Dependencies. Yeah, that's right. All right. So other plugins sometimes require they require stuff from other plugins in order to function proper. All right. That's all that this dependencies variable means. Okay. That's the way I understand it anyway. And it makes sense. It makes sense in my head. I'll say that. So what's this depend on? Well, this depends on preliminary. We talked about preliminary earlier. Now, we already have preliminary installed, but if someone didn't put the preliminary stuff inside that init.lua file, they would not have it installed. So what we do is we tell Telescope, we say, hey, install this plugin if it's not installed here. Okay, so we can do PLENARY. Oh my god. All right, and now we give it. This is kind of weird. I kind of understand what this is doing. We can also tell this to, hey, install Telescope Fuzzy Finding Native. Okay, so we do Telescope. FCF. Native. .nvim. Okay. And then on this one, we have to pass a build flag to it as well. I don't know why, but it requires a build flag. Okay, so we pass a build flag, and the build flag that we pass is make. Then there's another one. It depends on, and it's the web dev icons. I will get this right. Dev icons. Okay. That's the first part. So we say, let's install Telescope. This is the branch that the plugin is coming from. These are its dependencies, all right? And then on this one, it's just saying, hey, install Telescope, the Fuzzy Finder native package, okay, and we have to pass a build flag called make. That's pretty much all we wrote right there. Now we have to do config. All right, and now we're actually going to write out the write out a function. Okay, and we say local telescope. Oh my god. Okay. I can type here. Equal require telescope in parentheses. And then we have to do another one. We have to call this telescope actions. Now, I imagine we don't have to actually do this part. This is probably for some futures. But I am kind of curious to. I'll look at the code in a minute, and we'll try to kind of see what this actually does. Because that's another reason I'm just wanting to kind of do this, is to get a better understanding of Lua. Telescopes dot actions. All right. Now that's done. We do telescope dot setup. Defaults. Equal another bracket path underscore display equal smart. So I guess this is how you would set up like path displaying. Oh, I know. Okay, I know what this is doing. So what this is doing pretty much is like when you search, instead of having home Chris in this long ass text, it'll be like it'll shorten the telescope stuff, right? Like the environment paths and stuff like that. This is what this is doing. Now we can do some mappings. And I don't understand what this is doing quite yet, but I will, I'm going to try to, as best I can, to kind of understand this. I equals, so I'm guessing what he's going to do right here is he's going to iterate through this thing, which is kind of cool. But like I said, I'm not proficient in Lua or anything like that, so I can't. Did I not set up that? Let me check my. Let me check something real fast. Haven't had a look at this all night. Oh my god. You know what I didn't do? I didn't set up my square brackets. I did not set up my square brackets. The one thing I didn't set up on this map, key map, is my square brackets. Okay, it's fine. I'll copy and paste this line of code. Hate to do it, but whatever. we'll go over it. Yeah, there's quite a few stuff that I got to I got to fix in my my stuff, but that's all right. All right. And we got to turn off I got to turn off this too. I'll do that later. All right. Do this to make this look a lot easier. I mean, a lot better. All right. So what I'm guessing this is doing is we're setting up a key map. We're iterating through and we're saying, hey, when you hold down the control key in the display, then K will go up, J will go to next, and then Q, I don't know what that QF list is, but that's pretty much what he's doing. It's just setting up some kind of key map. All right, and now we just have to close. We have to close all these off, or we will get errors. Okay. Next, we say telescope. Dot load underscore extensions or extension. Telescope dot load extension. And then we give it the extension to load. Well, we want Fuzzy Finder. That's the extension. So FCF, pretty much. Okay. Now we just set a couple key maps, right? So we can do local key map, or you can call it key or whatever, but we'll keep it. We'll say key map. So now we can set up some couple key maps here. Key map equal, and then we'll say vim dot key map, right? Same way we set up key maps earlier. Same exact way. All right, and now we can say, hey, we can say key map. I can find there. Okay, but we can say key map dot set. Remember dot set from earlier. Okay, and now what mode? Right, we have to set a mode. And the mode that this is going to be in is normal mode. Right? And now, what key do we want to bind, right? Like, what we want to do? Well, we want the leader key in FF. Okay, and the way that we handle this is we say leader FF, right? And then we can say, well, what do we want it to do when we hit the space FF? Well, what we want it to do is we want it to telescope find files, right? FF find files. So the way we do this is we another parenthesis, and this time we give it a command. Okay, so we do command cmd. I didn't want to do that. Do telescope. Find underscore files. And now we want to do CR for carriage return, which just simply means that we want it to hit the return key automatically when we fire this command, or fire this keybind rather. All right, and then we close it off with the parenthesis. And we can make another one. All right, so I'm not going to make all of them, but that's simply how you make one. You can set, there's a bunch of different stuff that Telescope can do. So, but you can pretty much make any kind of keybind you want. I'll paste this in just so you can kind of get an idea. The description here, I don't believe you need a description. Okay, I think he just did a description because I do not think that you'd need one of those. That's not something that makes sense to me. I could be wrong, but you know, been wrong before. All right, but we need to do this end. And I don't, I just don't know what end means, but yeah, we got to do end. All right, and then we pretty much close it off with our last squiggly. Now, if we did all this correct, then when we write and quit, and we fire it back up, telescope should work. No. Line 31. Okay, okay, hold on. It told me. It told me. You sure it's one more squiggly? I said line 31. This is line 31. And it was by key map. Okay, okay. Oh shit. No, it's not. See, it matches up. No close parentheses. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Where is it though? I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. Oh, okay. Yep. You're right. You're right. Good job. Yep. All right. See if it works this time. Unexpected symbol. All right, all right, all right. Listen, we're getting good here. Line 31. 31. I'm about to kill 31. How much you want to bet it's the description? It's the comma. No. Yeah, because this has a description and these don't. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you I see what you're saying. And it's mainly because of this, right? Because we don't have a description on this one. I mean, it would solve all of our issues probably if we just had a description, but we shouldn't need a description. Unexpected symbol. Okay. Let's go ahead and add that description. Yeah. I think I am. I'm gonna put anything here. It doesn't at this point it doesn't even matter. I didn't think you would need a description. Because sometimes you don't need one, you know? It doesn't make sense. Like, why? I'll just say, find files. Okay? Find files. And then we gotta close it off. Alright. That looks pretty good. No, it's griping again. It's griping again. Oh my god. Come on. It's griping. Yeah, you might be right about this one. I'm trying to see where this one matches, though. Oh, you know what? No. I bet. I bet. One, two, three. One, two, three. See, this doesn't. Yeah, I think it is by dependencies. But we have, okay, line 4. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? We have an extra one, don't we? Yeah, I see it. Yeah, we have an extra one. There we go. Yeah, we had an extra. I must have got confused when I was doing the web dev icons stuff. Well, it's complicated, man. It is complicated. It's so weird. I mean, it's wild, but let's try this. Boom. What plugin Neovim telescope native not installed? Well, install it. Capital I. Install. Install. Do I got Fuzzy Finder installed on my computer? Update, sync. Not installed. I don't understand how come this isn't installed. That's so weird. Fuzzy Finder native. Yeah, we got victory, but we didn't get it. We didn't get it totally. I don't know why. Invent telescope Fuzzy Finder native is not installed. It should work. They do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, all right, all right. Here's a question. Do you think I have to have Fuzzy Finder actually installed on the system? I'm gonna look at the system requirements for telescope. Or a fuzzy FCF. Okay. Command line fuzzy finder. General purpose command line fuzzy finder. Well, so I think it's I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it might be because I don't have Fuzzy Finder actually installed. So the the plugin relies on some kind of code, I guess. You can probably look it up, but it looks like it relies on some kind of code from the FCF actual Fuzzy Finder command line thing. Um, that's the way it looks. But wait, I have it installed. I have it installed. So why the hell isn't it working? This is weird because I have it installed. It doesn't really give me an error. It just says that it's not installed. Um, what? No. Telescope works. Telescope works. It's it's the damn Fuzzy Finder native crap. Um, that's not installing. Clone failed. Okay. I'll get this. I'll get this. Neovim Telescope Fuzzy Finder native. Well, copy and paste of the name. That's it. Ah, come on, man. I mean, it should work. Like, Neovim telescope hyphen fuzzy finder hyphen native dot Neovim. Okay. All right. So maybe it was a typo. I don't know. Let's get out of this mode. Right and quit. Telescope. Now I'm getting another error. Oh. Telescope. Okay. So what was going on is pretty much there was a type error or typo in the fuzzy finder native in film. I don't know. I screwed up the name. That's the reason it could not clone the repository. All right, but how do we use this? Well, remember we set up some keybinds, right? Like we set up a lot of keybinds actually. We set up this this leader FF. So if we do, remember leader space. So if we do space FF, boom. See that? Telescope. This thing looks sharp too, doesn't it? I'm not. I mean, telescope looks sharp, man. All right, what else can we do? We can do space FR, so find recent files. So F space FR. We can do space FR, and that'll show us our recents. We can do all kinds of these commands right here in normal mode. You do have to be in normal mode for these to work. Now, what these are right here, these key bindings, these are when telescope is activated, right? So you have Control K will move the selection. Control J will move, up and down. So we can do space FF. All right, and then if I hold Control and I do J and K. That should work. There it is. So, Control N will go next. Control P will go previous, right? And what was the other one? These mappings ain't working proper. Actions, move, selections, previous. Move to preview results. Oh, really? Okay, let's try that. That might be why that was working. Hey, look at that. Okay. All right. Still, I want to know how come these mappings don't work right here, even though they're supposed to. That's kind of a bummer. I'm pretty sure that's my control key. Right control. Maybe we have to find something else. Maybe like find old files or something. All right, this is a live rip grip. So that's cool. Dude, I am going to use this thing so much. Like, I didn't use it a lot in with in Beachhead. It really, I mean, it's good. It's so quick. But that's pretty much it. That's all I can kind of cover tonight. I wish it was. I could have done a longer stream, but unfortunately, I do have to. I got to work tomorrow. But I appreciate you coming out and hanging out, man. That was cool. Made some mistakes, but overall, I think you know, the product is not finished, but it's getting there. Yep. Yeah, the product is definitely. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a working. What's kind of cool is it's a working like foundation of something that hopefully, you know, you can kind of get working and you know, and everything. So, and the next time I think definitely need to get LSP working. Gotta get LSP. Gotta get there's LSP, there's some other stuff. Gotta get Tree Sitter working and all that stuff. Yeah, but thank you everyone that did stop by. I do appreciate it. And sorry about the keyboard kind of shenanigans. Like I said, it's my third day on Comac, and it is it's actually my first day on doing the layer switching and all of that. So it did, you know, it is going to take me quite a bit of time here to kind of figure out exactly where everything is. I mean, there's just so much crap. I mean, I've got this thing loaded down with all kinds of key bindings and everything, so it's just going to take a bit. All right. Well, until next time, I want you guys to take care, be safe, and peace. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.